Imagine, now play with me here. Imagine if you always knew this. Imagine if you grew up in a world where the idea of manifesting and these woo-woo concepts and, you know, it's your birthright to receive, it's your birthright to be abundant, it's your birthright to manifest and co-create every second of your life. It's also your birthright to know that you can heal with your thoughts and moving that into form. Imagine if that was already real and you grew up knowing that was already real. It would no longer be weird. It would no longer be bizarre. It would no longer be supernatural. It would just be a part of who you truly are. And that is the truth. That is your higher truth. You are always enough. You are already worthy. You are already abundant. You are already a receiver. The only thing is we believe that we have to get things, but we don't realize that we are already a receiver and a transmitter of information. So our energy is transmitting and receiving information back and forth. And this is a simultaneous thing. The idea of giving and receiving separately is false. We're always giving and receiving. What we're giving and what we're receiving is an interconnected conversation. And that is about understanding that you're creating conversations with your reality all the time. And those conversations is what is creating your manifested result, whether consciously or unconsciously. However, if we know these are the core truths, if we do know that we're already abundant, we can receive what we want, we can have what we want, we're already worthy, we're already enough, we're already all these things that it's like we get caught up in this rabbit hole, right? Of like, but I'm not worthy to receive this. I'm not deserving enough to receive this. I don't have enough. I'm not smart enough, confident enough, capable enough, whatever the story that's going on. We have blocked our higher truths because we have become disconnected from soul. And because we have become disconnected from soul, we have allowed the power of like the ego, which is the fear mind, to control us versus us controlling, or not, I don't want to use the word control, that sounds, to understand that the ego, life, we're operating like life rules us versus us ruling life. So we have to realize that we are more powerful than we realize. Our energy itself is more powerful than any external circumstance or situation, because we always hold the power to change our thoughts, to change our frequency, to change our beliefs, to change our habits, to change our emotions. Free will is our birthright as a co-creator of reality. So if we imagine that we grew up like this and it was already normal and manifesting is easy, receiving is easy, and receiving what we want is our birthright, then why don't we have what we want? Like, what is really going on there? Well, we have become disconnected from soul because we have all this noise and distortion that is really holding us back from actually moving into our desires, moving into expansion. And this noise and this distortion is due to the beliefs and the habits and the patterns that we created growing up. And we didn't know we were doing this. Like, you know, all this information is new. Like, the subconscious mind only accepts information. It doesn't reject information. And the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between time. So your body doesn't know the difference between time. So the majority of people, when they're stuck in resistance and they're stuck in a lot of ego and monkey chatter, they're basically associating a memory from their past into their present unconsciously, and it's triggering a fight-flight response. And so their root chakra is all ungrounded basically, and they feel dissociated from their body, and they feel all caught up in their head and not enough in their body, and it enables this fight-flight response where we start taking action from a place of fear versus soul. And you will notice when you take action from a place of fear, because when you take action from a place of fear, your energy will feel frantic. It will feel very pressured. It will feel like, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. And it has this like pressure feeling, and it feels like there's this momentum going, and it's like a pushing momentum, and you're trying to control things, and you're trying to demand things, and it feels very chaotic. And that's because you're taking action from a place of fear. Now, when we take action from a place of soul, it feels fun. It feels light. It feels very airy. It's like, you know, when you go to like the carnival and you're having a good time and you're just completely in the moment and you're completely in flow and you just know things right off the bat, and like your intuition is just on, and it feels very like flowy. Like it's so hard to describe. It feels light, and it feels like it's just so easy because you're in a different energy. You're in an energy of alignment. And that energy of alignment is the flow state. Now, we're not always in the flow state. We're not always in alignment. And a big piece of that is because it's a practice. It's a consistent practice. And that's why I created the boot camp, because the boot camp really dives deep into how we can go back into alignment, what we can do to cultivate more alignment in our life, and start peeling back those layers of removing the noise and the distortion that we really created. So, as you know, Soul Nourishment Bootcamp is now open for enrollment, and I'm really excited about it. But it's really about understanding we have become addicted to the fear mind. And because of that, we have this issue of moving back into alignment. So if you're still with me, so your soul work for today is, it's all about awareness. Let's bring in awareness. What is your focus right now? In order to understand resistance, we have to know what's going on. What is your focus right now? What is the energy behind your focus? What are the actions you are taking right now? What is your vibrational results right now? This is purely from Energy Management 101. I'm giving it to you guys. What is your focus? What is the energy like behind your focus? And I just like to explain that for a minute if you don't understand that question. What is the energy like behind your intentions? What is the energy like behind your focus right now? Do you feel frantic? Do you feel pressured? Do you feel controlling? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel angry? Do you feel shameful? Or do you feel the opposite? Maybe you feel joyful. Maybe you feel good. I don't know. Really looking at the resistance though. Like, what is the energy that you feel behind your focus? So what we're doing is we're bringing everything into awareness. So we're trying to create what was ever reactive and move it into conscious awareness. Now, when we're in a reactive state, we cannot change things. It's only until we get into the space of consciousness, the space of present awareness, that we now hold the power to shift and change. Shift it, change it, rearrange it. Yeah, that's really it. Shift it, change it, rearrange it.